She came home the next morning, glowing, laughing like a teenager in love. But the second she stepped into our living room and saw what I had done, her smile vanished forever. My name is Marcus. I'm 35, and I work as a software consultant in Chicago. For most of my adult life, I believed loyalty was everything. My partner, Claire, was 32, a marketing executive with a smile that could light up a room. We had been together for almost 6 years, building what I thought was a solid, unshakable relationship. We weren't flashy people. Our weekends were simple: lazy mornings with coffee, walks by the lake, dinners with friends. She was ambitious, driven, and I admired that. She said I was her rock, the one person who always kept her grounded. I thought we were happy. I thought I was enough. But sometimes happiness is just a disguise, one that hides the cracks forming beneath the surface. The first red flag came when she started working late. At first, I didn't question it. Deadlines happen, campaigns stretch into the night. But soon, the late nights became too frequent, and the excuses grew sloppy. She grew distant at home. Her phone never left her hand, laughter spilling from texts she claimed were just work jokes. She stopped asking about my day, stopped sitting with me during our nightly dinners. One evening, she told me she was going to a networking event and would not be home until morning. Something inside me twisted, but I swallowed my doubt. I wanted to believe her. I wanted to believe the woman I loved wouldn't betray me. But deep down, I already knew. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every second ticked like a hammer inside my chest. Finally, I grabbed my laptop and decided to check something I'd never touched before: our shared cloud account. And there it was: photos, messages, Claire with another man, laughing in bars, tangled up in hotel sheets. And worse, messages where she confessed how alive he made her feel, how she'd never felt that way with me. I can't describe what it felt like. It was as if the floor collapsed beneath me. 6 years erased in an instant. A woman I built my life around had already built another world without me in it. When she came home the next morning, beaming, I realized she had no idea I knew. That was the moment everything changed. I didn't scream. I didn't confront her. Instead, I chose silence, because silence can be the loudest revenge. In the hours she was gone, I had packed every single one of my belongings: my clothes, my books, even my coffee mug. I cleared my side of the closet, erased myself from that apartment, and left nothing but an envelope sitting on the kitchen table. Inside was a printed copy of her messages. On the cover page, I had written only one sentence: "You did not just lose me, you lost a man who would have loved you forever." When she walked in, laughing, glowing, expecting to find me waiting, her entire body froze at the sight of that empty apartment. I watched from my car across the street as she tore open the envelope. The smile she came home with was gone in an instant. Her hands shook. Her face went pale. She collapsed into the chair we once shared dinner at. She had her night of happiness. I gave her a lifetime of regret. I walked away from that life without looking back. It wasn't easy. Starting over never is. But a year later, I was standing on the balcony of my new apartment, overlooking the city. With a career that had doubled in success and a peace I never thought I'd find again. Claire tried reaching out, calls, emails, even showing up in my office. But by then, her words meant nothing. She wanted closure, maybe forgiveness. I had already given her the only response she would ever get: silence. Okay, and here's the truth I learned. Sometimes the greatest revenge isn't anger or even retaliation. It's walking away, building a life so full and so strong that the person who betrayed you has no place in it anymore. So if you're listening and you've been betrayed, remember this: their betrayal doesn't define your worth. Your comeback does. Subscribe to SilkMirror for more stories where betrayal meets poetic justice.